The tenant submitted a maintenance request for her refrigerator. She said that it was leaking profusely. Sent a picture with a significant amount of water under the fridge. Sent our appliance repair guy out. He was able to get there pretty quickly. He found that she actually had something caught in the door, so it was affecting the gasket, and then it was causing the refrigerator to condensate, and all that liquid was literally just a condensation coming down. So the question is who's responsible here? The tenant had something blocking the gasket of the fridge. There was nothing actually wrong with the fridge besides the fact that she had something blocking it. So I mean, obviously, what would be fair here is this would be a tenant expense. So the tenant should have to pay for that diagnostic visit, which was about $100. So I mean, for a tech to be able to drive all the way out there, find parking, to go in there and to figure out what's going on, I mean, that's going to be a base fee, and in this case, it was $100. Now, how we handle it, because the tenant didn't do this, I don't know if we would say she was reckless. Maybe she was reckless. She's a new tenant, so we don't know if she is reckless and does this kind of thing. But we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. So even though this would be a tenant expense, and that's what would be fair here, since it's not fair for the owner to have to pay, we're still going to go ahead and pay for this repair for her, under the assumption that she wasn't reckless, and under the assumption that it wasn't a frivolous request. And she did have a lot of water underneath her fridge, and she didn't really see what was going on. So how we would handle it is we're going to pay for it once. I did send her a message, as we typically do, and say, hey, this is a tenant expense. Sounds like it was an innocent mistake, but going forward, just so you know, we will have to charge you for the type of thing. We typically get a pretty positive response, so we've never gotten any pushback. A tenant's never said, well, I'm a tenant and you have to fix these things even if they're not broken. No, they're generally pretty appreciative of that, and I think we kind of set a boundary just to say, hey, let's kind of be a little bit more careful going forward, because we can't keep sending texts out for things that are not broken. So how I would handle it is the first time we would probably pay. Going forward, the tenant, it would be a tenant charge. But what I think is what's fair and who's should be paying would be right out of the gate should be the tenant. All right, hope that helps. Happy investing.